Hello everyone, my name is Bodder, and I've been playing Minecraft for over 3 years. Over these 3 years, a lot has changed about the game, but there's one thing that's always been consistent, and that is a soundtrack. You see, I've always been the type of person who only plays a couple of games. The one who only plays a couple of games, but plays the absolute ever-living fucking shit out of them. I have amassed a total of 2100 days in my old survival world and 3600 in my ongoing current hardcore world. But amidst the latter one, I got into rhythm games. Genre games which makes my days, breaks my days, and makes me sink way too much time into them. One slight issue. You see, my music taste aligns very well with rhythm games. This means that I spend a lot of time listening to rhythm game music on Spotify and in-game. So at the end of a day, my head is often jammed up with EDM songs which are, to say the least, not made for sleeping. And that's a problem, a real problem. So how does this all tie together, you might ask? Well, a year ago today, I made a playlist. A playlist which would change my next year greatly. I made a sleep playlist with C418 songs. I barely remember the first nights, so let past Bodder take it away. Also, kinda crazy story. Recently, I've been sleeping to Minecraft music. No joke. I'm saying this entirely seriously. I'm gonna monitor scene. Yeah, look, it's you. We definitely saw that not shuffle. Yes, okay. I have an entire playlist. Sleep. Ignore the emojis. You know, I watched Polygon Donut before. This is the chillest, the most sleepable C418 tracks that I found. Life Imbalance is probably a bit I could take it off the list. No joke, I'm sleeping to this and it's awesome. It starts off with my two favorite tracks. Yesterday, for example, I was sleeping by the end of Imaginary Interlude. Ah, the Sweden, yes. Soon after I hit an obstacle, a double-edged sword if you will. It was Spotify recommending me songs after I had fallen asleep. I say it's a double-edged sword because yes, while it did wake me up at times, I also found a bunch of cool songs and a couple of artists doing this. A prime example is Leon Chang. A few of his songs got onto my stream playlist, and it would have taken me way longer to find his music by other means. Time went on as usual, but one day I was in a VC and explained this whole situation to Shamu. He instantly knew the solution.
There's a feature for that, you bozo.
So, I tried it. I set a sleep timer in about 4 seconds, trust me this will be irrelevant, and it worked. It was great, it felt like all my problems were solved. But little did I know that in the coming days I would start developing a skill, a habit, perhaps an addiction, and that thing was setting the sleep timer as fast as I possibly can. So, as I mentioned prior, it took about 4 seconds give or take to set it for the first time, and soon I started getting 3 consistently. But one day, I got my first 2-second time split. Yeah, we can call that a split, it's like speedrunning. Get this shit to speedrun.com. So, I got my first 2-second split, and it was amazing. I felt like a barrier had been broken and a personal best was set. I carried onward. I kept sleeping, I kept doing the zzz, and kept getting more consistent. 3-second splits were getting slow in my eyes, and 2-second ones were average. I doubted the possibility of a 1-second split. My theory was proven to be incorrect on a peaceful night. It left me shocked. This is what it must have been like. Okay, while making this video, Spotify released a new UI for the sleep timer, and I don't have footage of a 1-second split, but what I do have is footage of a 2-second split. I can't do anything about it, so you'll just have to use your imagination a bit. As you can probably hear from my voice, I also got a cold. This is truly the worst time this could have happened, as I am on a time limit for my first video, the one you're watching right now. But don't worry, I'll get better. Oh! 2022 Spotify Wrapped. Just mentioning those 3 words can split communities down into 2 halves, the ones who thought it was a disaster and the ones who enjoyed it. I personally fall into the first group. You see, my most listened to song in 2022 was Imaginary Interlude by C418, which I played 308 times in total. My second was Dragonfish, and third would be Flake. I think you're starting to see the pattern here. What do these songs have in common? They are all on my sleep or stream playlist. The first non-sleep or stream playlist one is number 32, Fallen Symphony by Ludison, to which I probably only listened to like 30 times. I only listen to these sleep songs night to night, but they manage to take over my Spotify Wrapped, rounding out the EDM bangers I listen to day by day. Part of the reason is that I listen to the same sleep playlist, but my EDM taste is a lot more diverse. Spotify lists 100 songs you listen to the most that year, and to be quite honest, around 10 of these songs I've never heard. How did this happen? Well, on the days I don't set a sleep timer, Spotify recommends me songs, and according to Sir Mr. Spotify, I love these songs if I weren't sleeping while they are playing. But out of pure spite, I'm not going to listen to them. As time went on, this whole playlist started to feel like second nature. I sort of got desensitized to it. It often takes me upwards of 20 minutes for me to fall asleep now. It's almost as if I'm back to square one, and that, somewhat smoothly, leads me to my conclusion. Would I recommend you do as I did? Well, the answer seems obvious from that last bit, right? No, you'll be back to square one. Wrong. I think if you were to listen to different songs, play them on shuffle, and not do it every day, it would make a world of difference. You could avoid getting desensitized from the calming nature of C418's works of art.